Hi, Sophie. How are you?
Hello, ma'am. I'm good. I'm good, ma'am. How about you?
Thank you so much for asking. I'm also doing well. Fantastic. Enjoying this winter season. That's it.
That's beautiful. Like you are enjoying winter season. How could you say this, ma'am?
With a cup
I'm
of
not.
tea.
Oh, okay. Because of tea.
We can say
Well,
like that. Yes.
when it comes to me, I really don't like winter season because I really find difficulty in waking up and then working. And when it comes to washing dishes, I find it so
It is
difficult.
difficult. It is difficult because currently the weather is so icy over here in Jamshedpur itself. It's too cold, too cold. And it is really very difficult to work anywhere, especially uh, by using water. It's very challenging, but we
Exactly.
can't
And when
escape.
exactly, ma'am. That's how we have to mold, like like we have to mold in this season, right? I
Yes.
mean, every time we have to
Flexible
behave
and
in
yes, adaptable. We need to adapt to every season, everything. Yes. Oh,
exactly that.
hmm.
We have to.
Yes. So, Sufi, today I want to ask you a few questions related to your English learning journey. Okay, it is very simple so that other learner can learn a lot of things from your end. Yes, because it's been a long time since you have been learning this language. So the first question is very simple. Challenges are always the part and the parcel of a person's life. So what are the challenges did you face and you would like to share with us that, okay, these are challenges. We should try to be ready for that if somewhere we are targeting to be fluent in this language.
Okay, well, ma'am, question is what are the challenges I have faced while
Yes,
learning this language, right?
yes, yes, only
So
challenges.
exactly, ma'am. So I firmly remember like when I used to have conversation with people,
Mm-hmm,
it was an application initially I had downloaded,
mm-hmm.
and I used to call like, "Hi, I am Sufi," and
Yes,
I used to tremble and I used to
yes,
feel super nervous. I didn't know what to say. I used to
mm-hmm.
say, "Hi, I'm Sufi," and I used to just quickly disconnect the call. So
Yes,
it was terrible experience for me,
yes,
and that's how, ma'am, I have been doing it. And I remember like
mm-hmm.
once I had a conversation with one YouTuber, like you must be knowing it. I don't know, Rural Talk. So I had a conversation with
Okay,
him, and I was frightened, and I didn't know what to say. I just
yes,
went blank,
mm-hmm.
and I didn't say anything. So that's how, ma'am, I have gone through it.
Yes,
And like this, I have faced a lot of challenges. And when it comes to fluency, like I didn't know that, like I could not speak. Words were not coming into my mind.
mm-hmm.
I used to go blank. So these are the things I have faced.
Mm-hmm.
And how did how did I improve it? So
Yes, overcome.
like
It is also important to mention, Sophie. Yes,
yeah, so like earlier I would say I was making an excuse too that I don't have anyone with whom I could
yes,
practice,
yes.
with whom I um learn, and I don't have anyone who could correct me.
Yes.
But one day, like I came across a video on YouTube where
Mm-hmm.
the creator was saying that you don't need anyone if you are determined, or if you are ready to learn,
Yes,
then no need of anyone. You can watch the video, pause it, and
yes,
you can practice. So I started doing it, and I was just shadowing. I was just imitating the creators, like how
yes,
are they speaking, and I was just like, I can also speak like them.
yes,
Ma'am, like even you would have seen the video of Alina Reis. So
yes.
initially I
I
used to
love her.
imitate.
I love
Oh
her
wow.
personality and her speeches too.
Yeah, so I used to watch her videos and I used to imitate her. How does she speak? How is she making sentences?
Yes.
So by listening to her again and again, I mean on repeating mode, I was just watching the video,
Mm-hmm.
and I would say listening has played very important role.
For
So
sure.
by listening, yeah, by listening, I have improved a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I got to know about some groups also.
Mm-hmm.
So I started practicing over there. I started to speak with them, and uh, and that's how I'm like by speaking again and
Mm-hmm.
again, I have improved.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, like even I was able to practice, I was able to express. But when it comes to the senior, suppose
Mm-hmm.
you are a teacher, you are a trainer,
Mm-hmm.
so if I had to speak with trainer, I would go blank, because initially, like back of
I
my
think it
mind,
happens with everybody. I don't know why, but it happens. It's very natural. It happens.
yeah, so I would go blank, and I would then, oh my god, this person is better than me, then what would I say? I for sure I'm gonna blank. I won't speak at all. But like I forced myself, and after doing again and again, I
Yes.
now I'm able to express myself. So that's how
Yes.
it happened, mom.
One thing is very transparent now. You need to do a lot of practices, and along with that, true practice is needed. Effective practice is needed a lot. And one thing that you mentioned, that listening, yes, it plays a vital role for that. If you are not able to understand that how to start, I have seen a lot of videos how to start, how to start. People are using this kind of thumbnail. So, how to start is a big question, isn't it? So, just you need to consume some content in English. If you're not able to
Yeah,
understand, not able to speak, yes, so you can start in this way. It is very easy. 5 minutes of videos, 6 minutes of videos. Yes. Okay. What would be your suggestion, Sufi, if the level is for beginners? For beginners, what is your suggestion?
for beginners,
Yes.
all right. So what should I say, ma'am?
This
For
level is very challenging because I have been dealing with every level of learners. So I can see for me as a tutor, it is also very challenging to teach and conduct and design a lesson plan for a beginner level. The reason who is already speaking, it's easy to drive a session. You can converse with them, you can correct when it comes to grammar, you can teach them new words. But the major problem, especially for beginner, that's why I'm asking this question, Sufi, that how to start, what kinds of activity they can do according to you.
beginners, like initially they can watch, ma'am, animated stories where they
Yes.
frame short sentences, like so
Mhm.
that you could understand. Even if you don't understand, you will get an idea that
Yes.
what they are trying to say through
Yes.
the animation. So if they would watch the kids stories initially,
Yes.
it would be beneficial for them, and just keep doing it. And after that, they would be start getting it, they would be start
Yes.
understanding it. And
For
along
sure.
with that, learn basic things like tenses
Mhm.
and tenses. That's what I would say, ma'am.
Yes, to understand tenses are very important, I think, if your level is a beginner when it comes to speaking. So we can go with tenses, and after that, we can construct small sentences or a small talk. You can do
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that, okay? And you can start like this, okay, about your personality. Who are you? Merits, demerits, habits, what you like to do in your spare time, free time, and about your parent, yes, family, friends. So these kinds of practice we can do, and we used to do it during our childhood days, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. And that's how we have learned Hindi, right? By by framing small sentences. And
Mhm.
we can start from I.
Yes.
I like watching movies. I
Mhm.
like talking. I have a mobile phone.
Yes.
I mean describe things, whatever the things in uh, around them, like whatever the things
Yes.
they see, describe it. Like I'm wearing specs. I am wearing sweater. So I from I they can make thousand sentences,
Yes.
and that's how they can start their English journey. Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, like we can cover a lot of topics. Like currently, I have seen that shopping, traveling everywhere. But what is my personal opinion that we can do with, as you mentioned, the mobile? There are so many applications we are using, and generally, WhatsApp is very common, Instagram, Facebook. Just try to describe about the features of it. You can start with that point also. The biggest reason, what is the agenda? We want to develop that kind of skill so that we can convey our message by using this language. Yes, no need to
Yeah.
memorize the thing, just need to develop the concept, the ideas, the thinking. Yes.
Mm.
Okay, this is also a major problem, Sufi. Again, how to think in English. Again. So what is your views?
Beginners have a thousands of questions. I mean, yeah, I have gone through it. Like I
Yes.
used to watch videos how to think in English. Well, what what could we say, ma'am? Like
Whatever
how to
ideas are there, you can share it, Sufi. It's very natural. I want to, that's why I'm doing this kind, having this kind of conversation, so that everyone can learn very easily. Okay, it's very simple. There are so many YouTube channels, but I want to make it very simple. I want to simplify that process. This process is very simple. Just to go and stick with any kind of any one process, whatever it is. First of all, make a short goal. Okay, I want to learn in this week only simple present, then simple past. Okay, small sentences. Okay, or if you are very nervous, yes, so beginner by listening, as we discussed. Yes,
yeah, ma'am. Like that's you mentioned it. Like first, make a small
yes,
goal,
goal. Yes, goal.
and structure it. Like for first week, I'm going to learn only simple present.
Yes,
That would be like that would be the best way to learn when we like structure it. Like I'm going to learn this topic, and then after that, like I'll switch to
yes,
another one.
yes.
Like you won't compare, and that's how you will improve. And like initially, if you started seeing the people who are speaking good and started like
Yes,
feeling I don't know anything, then I don't think so. Like they would learn.
comparison should not be there. This is your journey. Your journey is completely different from my journey. Yes, so I think it is a kind of human propensity, tendency that we always tend to do it. Okay, comparison is there. Yes, but if you really want to learn, so you have to understand the entire process of it. This is your journey. Your level is different. Your requirements are different. So you need to make a schedule according to your level, your requirements, your goal, and that then you need to follow it. That's it.
Yeah, as per our requirement, we need to make it. Like
Yeah.
this need to compare with others. Like how are they speaking? I wish I could speak like them. Why?
Yes.
I mean, um, concentrate on yourself, and that's how like they'll
Yes.
improve.
Yes. And
Question
what?
was how to think in English, right, ma'am?
Yeah. Sorry, could you repeat, please?
The question was how to think in English, right?
Yes. Yes. That was the question.
So can we follow the same process like we were as we were talking about? Like we can describe the
According,
objects.
yes, yes, objects. So, Sophie, according to me, I would say if you want to simplify it, just pick up anything, whether it is a pen, a copy, your mobile phone, any kind of photo frame, statue, pen stand, books, whatever it is, just pick it, pick it up. Yes, and think about it. अच्छा ठीक है, हिंदी में आ रहा है, ये भी चीज समझ में आती है. क्वेश्चंस क्योंकि मैंने डील किए ऐसे स्टूडेंट जो बोलते हैं मैडम हिंदी ही है या तमिल जिनकी मदर टंग है या मलयालम है, कैसे सोचें. So I just want to mention, highlight over here, we are not that much level of a beginning where we need to understand all these things, because we can't say kalam, pen. Most of the time we have been using pen. हम पंखा नहीं बोलते. Yes, fan. So somewhere we are already acquainted with a lot of knowledge in that particular case. So let's suppose you want to explain about this pen. Think in English और हिंदी में ही सोचो. अगर प्रॉब्लम है तो 5 लाइन हिंदी में सोचो. अगर आपका लेवल ऐसा है, आपको बहुत परेशानी हो रही है, जस्ट 5 sentences आप हिंदी में ही करो. And that's why I mentioned it is very like crucial. Just you need to understand the level of English, and then make a schedule and make a pattern and follow it for a couple of days or for a couple of months. Yes, 5 sentences Hindi mein karo, then you can translate it. That's how it works, because more than 3 months it will take if your level is beginner. Level of English is beginner. It will take 3 months to make your foundation strong enough to understand the different nuances of grammar and different concepts. Yes?
Yeah,
So it would
exactly,
be
ma'am.
my suggestion. Yes, it would be my suggestion. Just inch by inch, try to progress. Don't try to jump and hop here and there. Yes?
Yeah.
Do you
Like
want to
we
add something?
there and we leave behind everything. It happens, ma'am.
Yes,
So
yes,
as you mentioned all these things, like first make 5 sentences, it at
yes,
least 5. Try to do the small, try to take small steps,
yes.
and that's how you first you'll build the foundation, and
Yeah,
then you're good to go. Like you can go once you will have a base. I mean, it
yes,
would be easy for them to go further, right?
yes, for
To
sure.
meet.
Yes,
Yeah. Then they'll be familiar with English, and
yes,
they can go through and they can listen to a lot of conversation, and from there they can um, acquire the new words. They can, I mean, they can
definitely.
add new words from the conversation, and they'll try to use it. That's
Why
all.
not? Why not, Sophie? Like I can see there is a red curtain behind you, isn't it? They can explain that one also. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, behind me, look at the scene. It's so beautiful,
What a
eye-catching.
big screen, ma'am, like behind you. It's so vibrating, like
Yeah.
so soothing.
So
Yeah.
you can pick up anything, I would say, at your convenience and go ahead and try to explain. Just 5 sentences, not more than that. Okay, what about the motivation, Sophie? It is also very important to keep ourselves motivated during this process, because I tend to do it during my session. This is my also the part of my job, to conduct a session along with motivation.
Yeah, it's so true, ma'am. And I don't know, ma'am, like
What is
I
your motivation? Tell me. You are also a keen learner.
yeah, ma'am, ever since I mean, I grew up, I started to see people, I mean, I started to see that how are they speaking, and I had a fascination towards this language that, oh, wow, like, see how this person is speaking. So that's how I started learning by seeing other people. And in between I felt like I was about to give up. I mean, this is not cup of my tea. I can't be fluent, and ma'am, out of desperation I started taking courses that if once like I started, I'll be able to like speak. and
Yes.
and like I was not practicing by myself. I mean, I was not practicing at all, and I was just like thinking and thinking. So what happened, like, what is my motivation, that I felt that okay, I want to learn it. Then anyhow, like, how, I don't know like what to do. If I want to learn, then um I'm going to like practice no matter what. Even I'm just like embarrassing myself in front of people, I'm going to do it. And like through mentor, I would say I have got motivation. Like you, ma'am, you have also motivated me. Like you're a good speaker. So once I started getting appreciation, ma'am, that could be the also
Why
one
not,
way.
Sophie? I still remember you were struggling a lot when it comes to S sound, okay, few months ago. And now I can't see this kind of problem with you. Even though I had this problem of S, I used to say is speak. So I worked so hard, and that's why now I'm able to understand the sound that it would be speak. Yes, so it takes time. I always
Hmm.
repeat, it takes time. If you really want to be fluent in this language, so you need to make it a part of your life. It's not all about 30 days of journey, 90 days, 1 year. No, every time, every day, it should be like that. Okay, it is a part of my life. Every day you need to speak. You have
Yeah.
to create this kind of environment where you can speak more and more. Yes?
Wow, ma'am, what a beautiful projection. Like, even once I was thinking, like, we don't need to take out separate time. I mean, this is not a subject anymore. This is
Yes,
language, and we need to make part of our life. That's how we are going to
always,
learn. And
always.
lot of conversation. Sorry, ma'am.
Yes, yes, for sure. I'm saying for sure, definitely, Sufi.
So, and like we have to do a lot of conversation on different topics, so
Yes,
like there would be different ways, right? Every time there would be different, like when we are talking about uh, flowers, then there would be different lot of words for flowers,
yes,
right? So like that's how, if we are cooking, then there would be a lot of words related to cooking.
definitely.
Will make it part of our life,
Yes,
then we can learn it. Like we can
yes,
uh, learn by
yes.
by working by um they- even we are having conversation, so by having conversation we will be using a lot of words. So if we will make it part of our life, then there will
It
be
would be,
like,
yeah, it would be very simple. Even I can't make anyone fluent enough. I just, I can show the path, right direction, but you have to pave your path to reach your destination. And I always, being a tutor, I want to mention that more than 90% you need to put your heart and soul if you really want to be a good communicator. Yes, tutor can guide you, can show you the path. Okay, this would be the right direction, right way of practice. How to be an effective learner. Effective practice is important. We can do like that. Yes, but you need to work hard.
exactly, ma'am. You're
Yes.
super on.
Oh,
Like every time, you come up with insightful things, and you mention it. Like, see how beautifully you answer. Like, I can show you only the path. You have to work by yourself,
yes,
and that's how you will learn. You have to do the hard work. I can
yes.
tell you that to do this thing, but you are the only one who are going to do it, right?
Yeah, for sure, because you need to speak. आपको इंग्लिश बोलना है, मैं रास्ता दिखाऊंगी, बोलना आपको पड़ेगा प्रैक्टिकली. इट्स वेरी सिंपल. दैट्स व्हाई आई टेंड टू से ऑलवेज कीप इट वेरी सिंपल. दिस प्रोसेस इज वेरी सिंपल. जस्ट नो नीड टू बी इन रश.
Yeah.
आराम से प्रैक्टिस करो, रोज करो, एंड यू कैन सी अ ड्रास्टिक चेंज एंड डिफरेंस आफ्टर 6 months and 1 year. And please don't run behind 6 months, 3 months, 60 days. Okay, this is a course, I will take it, I will be fluent enough. It is not going to work for anybody.
Not going to work. So true, ma'am. So true. It is not going to work. Even, ma'am, I remember like when I was attending your classes, so you had suggested me that at least do it for 5 minutes.
Yes,
And this method was, ma'am, I would say one of the best method, ma'am. Like if we don't have to do it, like we don't have to do it for 1 hour or 30 minutes,
yeah,
at least 5 minutes. If we do it
yeah,
consistently, then we can see huge result after
for
that.
sure.
And this method has worked for me literally. Like if we do it for 5 minutes, so yeah,
Yes,
one of the most effective method I would say, ma'am, you had ever suggested me. So I'm happy that I followed it. I had followed, ma'am. Yeah, this method.
I'm very elated. I'm very elated that yes, it is insightful. Always, whatever I'm giving suggestions and ideas, it is working for all my students. So it's very true, no problem. So I thoroughly enjoyed this beautiful and candid conversation with you, Sufi. Anything else you want to mention before winding up this session, please?
Well, ma'am, like I don't know how long did we do it. I can't see the number here. So, ma'am, I would just say thank you for having me here, and I'm super grateful for you because you have helped me in many ways. So I would just say thank you.
Pleasure is mine. So, okay, Sufi, we will meet soon. Have a wonderful time. Take care.
Yeah, ma'am. Bye bye. You
Bye.
too.